Well, hello to everybody who's watching the recording of this, not the live stream. I'm live streaming because I'm bored and I'm looking for something to do, and I figured, why not? Somebody might watch, but you know, uh, mostly for the recorded audience for now. So thanks for coming and hanging out. This zoo is in my franchise mode, so I have all of my franchise points, my what are they called? Conservation credits to use. We do not have much money. I'm gonna pause it so that just in case there's any monthly fees that we need to pay right now. Maybe we're not gonna pay those. Maybe we're not gonna pay those. It's not really worth it right now. So I'm having trouble. Oh, there it is. I was having trouble with one of my my mouse controls, but there it is. I got it to work. This is the keeper area or the staff area that we've got going on right now. Let's see. Where's that music? I hope you guys can hear it. I don't know if you can. I can hear it just a little bit if I turn up my headphones. Oh, I see that our bit rate on the server's pretty bad. That if we are moving around, that our service is a little poor. I'm not sure how to fix it. Let me see if I can figure this out. Bit rate of 6800. Hey, you know what? It doesn't look bad to me. I think it looks okay. I think it looks pretty all right. You know? I'm just gonna leave her there. I'm gonna leave her there for a bit. It seems like the stream, it's a little behind. It's showing me a few minutes behind, but we'll be fine. We'll be okay. So, got this cute little pond to start with. Let's see, we have a couple of challenges. We need to adopt some habitat species, have some guests, and make money with food. So, obviously, duh, we need to make money. We need to just, open the zoo, do the things. Well, let's see what I have in storage right now. I've been working on a few breeding projects trying to get these rarer coat patterns. And I just do that all in one franchise area. That way I don't kind of muddy the waters in every single area. Okay. I don't have anything in storage. Let's concern ourselves less with species. We're going to do any species. And let's concern ourselves maybe more with the quality. We want gold only. Show me gold. Okay. Don't have a ton of money. Butterflies go in large habitats, whereas these guys go in smaller habitats. So now we're gonna go by price. Let's get some cheaper ones because we don't have a lot of money. Let's get 2. We'll start with 2. Let's filter by price because we want it to look nice, but we only have so much money. Let's see. I do love the containers, but we might want to try and stick with something a little more affordable. We only have $6,000. Like, that's not much. We don't even have any staff yet. So this one's pretty expensive, but I really like it. And I think once we get the zoo open, I'm gonna sneeze real quick. Hold on. Thank you. Sorry about that. Once we get the zoo open, things will be better. Things will be better. Let's see. It's only viewable from one direction. Get that flat on the ground. Put it right there. Now we can't buy anything. We cannot buy anything. And while we still have the capability, let's look at keeper staff. We don't have any staff at all, so let's get a keeper. This will send us into debt, but I'm confident we can dig out of it. We have that very little amount of money. If we could buy a donation box. Okay, let's see if we can get in this area, make it kind of... Why are we so dark, or is it just my screen? I'll tilt my screen down, that'll help. Put that bad boy there. Can't even afford that. We could get a vending machine. It's gonna break pretty quickly. They're $500 each. I think this will be just like our starting setup. So let's go ahead and get a coffee cart, basically, and a hamburger cart, an ATM, and a zookeeper. We have $300. Do we need any other? I think we need a caretaker. And then let's make sure we have a couple trash cans if we can afford it. Let's see. They're only $10 and they are quite important. And then if we could afford a bench or two, that way people can have a place to sit just for a bit. They will like that. Okay, and then I think we need to change these paths to be zookeeper path. Otherwise, people are going to come over here, and I do not want that. Okay. Let's get an animal in there. Okay, we're going to press play so we can get the temperatures where we need it for that guy. Looks like it's headed in the right direction. I hope the frame rates are okay. Seem okay. Turn the volume down just a hair so you can hear that water bubbling. Injured animal. How dare you do this to me? Oh, I just don't have a vet. Okay. It's like, don't send me an injured animal straight away. Let's see. The shipping container. I just want to edit the color. I'm not too concerned. Can I just change? No, I can't. Not right now. Hey, let's focus on other problems. Let's open the zoo. Oh, just kidding. It's open. Okay. It's all good. Let's see. We want education. We have one whole education-y thing. Don't we? What's this picture? There it is. We want the newt. And that's really all we can do for a little bit while we wait for these guys to pay our bills for a few minutes. One option is to take out a loan. I'm going to speed things up so we can see if people actually, if we can make money on this or if we're going to lose a lot of money on this. And when the month ticks over from April to May, I think we might lose a lot of money, but let's throw a pause in here. I wonder if maybe we can add one more shipping container exhibit. If we took out a small loan, let's see. Cash. Our income is basically matching our cash flow right now. Our ongoing expenses. I think it would be okay. $20,000 loan for 5% interest. 3 to 10 years. Let's start here. Total interest paid. Let's start with $2,000 a month. 3,000. Okay, so 3,000 is the minimum. That's okay. Marketing, $1,000 a year. Let's start that one. And we're not going to renew it just in case. Okay. So let's take it back down a little bit. And let's get that other habitat animal, or other exhibit animal in here. And then if we could start breeding, there's a Titan beetle, scarab beetle, or sacred beetle. If there was a couple in here we could start breeding, they don't even have to be the same rating. Just something cheap. We could breed anacondas, but they don't breed very quickly. Beetles really, I think, are the faster. Let's grab one male and a good female of these beetles. It's a good place to start, I think. That's a good place to start with getting like animals quickly, some turnover of offspring. So let's get another shipping container, and we're gonna put it just like this, right in the tree. There we go. Right in this tree. Bury into it. Okay. Kind of another expensive shipping container, but that's okay. We're gonna get in here. We're gonna send the beetles in. Send to zoo, put them in here. Then we can get this bad boy updated. The beetles. There we go. Alright, pause it again. Get them some things to make them happy. They love to be happy. Alright, and then population management on. We want a maximum. Let's read about these guys. What do they like? What are they called? Titan beetle. Titan beetle can have up to 7 in the group. They don't care male or female, it looks like. Only one mating event per lifetime. Dang. Well then. We'll have to be careful about that. We want a maximum of 2 males and 2 females. And we are going to move out the highest age first. And they will go to be stored in the trade center. Let's say, yeah, 2 males, 2 females. And then basically every time the population limit exceeds, 2 males, 2 females, the oldest individuals will be moved into the trading center automatically. So then that leaves the offspring behind, who obviously are brand new, haven't bred yet. If there's only one mating event per lifetime, we want to try and get the older ones out of there as quick as possible. So that's that. Let's make sure people have a way to spend money. Ooh. Then let's get people a gift shop. $500 for the food truck shell. I like this one though, and it's only $150. Let's put the little merchandise shop pretty close. Okay, and then I think hat's fantastic. We'll add it. Boop. Boop. Perfect. So we got that running. While we're here, soon we need to hire a maintenance guy because these are going to break down pretty quickly. Let's give this a little playthrough, see what happens, see how our cash flow goes. We're going to need a toilet. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Okay, don't worry about it. I had a phone call, but there's nobody watching the stream, so I just paused it. But I'm back now. So I briefly, right before I was able to pause it, I did buy another newt to go in here, so hopefully we can breed them. Then we can check on what the newts want. Clearly, I cannot read. Reproduction in captivity is difficult. They can have 1 to 6 in there, though, so I think we'll do the same thing we did with the other ones, and we will just have a limit of 2 of each. Well, let's do 3 females so we can have 5. Let's see. We want to probably do appeal, and we want to get rid of the lowest first. That way we can try and breed like gold quality ones. And then how are our finances going? Looks like we're close to breaking even. We're a little behind, you know. We're just like $1,000 away from breaking even. So I think probably the best thing to do is to bring in a couple more places to spend money. Oh, I was going to put in a bathroom right before my phone rang. Let's make sure we do that. I'm going to kind of hide it in this grass. Okay, let's pick which animal we want. And we're going to take one that's free that we already have in here, and probably one with like really high, whatchamacallits? Appeal. High appeal. And I think we're going to go African leopard. I've got one regular African leopard, some black pattern African leopard, and some rose dots African leopards. Those are just like the first thing on the list here that I've just like got ready to go. So let's go ahead and see what they need real quick. That way we build the right thing. We only need 700 square meters, and we need some climbing structure. Okay, then we're gonna pause because we are running out of money again. We have negative cash flow, I think because we have to pay the scenery, facility, power, loan, marketing, wages. So power costs are like our highest thing right now. And all of our income is mostly coming from ticket sales. I think we're going to increase this to $5. And then let's see what we can do in the name of an exhibit. Just a brief viewing window here. And then I think we'll do wood around, and we'll just have to make sure that it isn't climbable. This should be more than enough square footage, I think. Just raise it up a bit. And then the glass, we want to turn it so that the cat can't see the people, but the people can see the cat. And then the wood, we want to raise that up a bit just to make it a little taller for security, and then we want to make it climb proof. And I think from both directions is just easier. And unfortunately, it's nighttime while I'm building this. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna sneeze again. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. We need to make sure food is available, and we need water available. We need a little nest, a little bed somewhere. Boop. And some shelter, just in case it rains. And then a little bed under the shelter. And then, of course, we need a toy or two. And then I don't know how much actual space or climbing we have in here. We don't know until we put in the door. So there's the door. And then this path. We need to change to a staff path so that people don't get Oop. People don't get tempted. Okay, now we can see the data. Now that it's considered a habitat, we have 400 square meters of land, which is not big enough. So then we need to take the barrier and we can edit it just from here. And we can just, you know, just scooch it around a little. And sometimes really that's enough to make it big enough. Oops, we don't want to do that. Oop. Okay, so we're just under the amount we need. So we're just gonna scooch it a little more. Whoop. Okay. And then now that we've added this, you can see that this does not have the climb barrier on it, so we want to make sure that that happens. And then the glass is not considered climbable, so it does not need the climb barrier on there that I'm aware of. Climbing. Just kind of, I'm going to stick this bad boy kind of in the shelter a little bit because it doesn't really matter too much. Like the shelter is still shelter whether it's, you know, 1 log or 2 logs sticking out of here. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring her in. One thing we can do, I suppose, that I just didn't really occur to me till just now to get us out of debt is to sell some of these animals. But I think we're gonna wait to do that and see if we can't make this zoo make its own money. Alright, so we've got a leopard incoming. We're gonna put more of these in here for sure. And then let's get some education on there. People love education. Okay, and then where is she? We should make sure she's happy. It seems like she is. She's kind of at like the bare minimum with some stuff, but that's okay. Where is she? There she is. We could try and find her a male in my group, or, just like any male at all, which would be very helpful with making money, as if she had a litter of cubs. That would be crazy cash. Let's see if her habitat can support that. So, fun trick. 2 adults would be 815 meters, and let's just say we had a cub or 2. Even if we took dad out of the habitat after cubs were born and had just 2 cubs in there, we would still need 815 meters. We're only at 700 something. We have plenty of vertical space though, so we could make this just a little bit bigger and get her a male, which might really help. Adopt and place 2 different habitat species. Okay, so we will not get that $1,000 until we adopt another type of animal. So doing a mixed herbivore habitat probably would have been a better idea, but big cats sell for a lot of cash. So I think maybe we've made financially, I think we've made a better decision here, but okay. Let's see if he is a good match for her. Decent. He's a decent match for her. It's not inbreeding, it's not like perfect, but they would also have that rose-colored coat that I really like. If we threw in this male, they would potentially have better quality children. So I think we'll do him. And we'll put him in here. So he's on the way. But in the meantime, we do need to edit the fence line and make it as big as possible. And it doesn't really matter at this point, like planning wise, like if we were going to have a path come out this way, we just kind of need it to be large. Okay, so now we're at that 900 range, so that's good. Oh, game didn't really love that. That's okay, she's fine. That's okay. Alright, if we wanted to add just a little bit of decoration in here, we want Africa, these, and we need them by price. And we probably want some trees first. Kind of just gonna add a little bit of greenery all over the place just to kind of break up the idea that this habitat's really big and we didn't really fill it with much. And then guests really enjoy greenery. So we'll do just a little bit out here. You know, some flowers. And perhaps some grass. They seem to like. Alright. And then, since they have so much climbing, I'm just gonna turn this on and make sure that there's no current escapes, which is correct. There are no current escapes. There seems to be some warnings right there, but I'm not seeing any actual issues. Jumpable escape point. Let's go ahead and see see. So we cannot even like put a jump thing on there. It's possible that she's able to jump off of this and out of the habitat, if I'm reading these signs correctly. But I don't know if it's something they would actually want to do right now. We can try raising them. Ooh. And then we see if those warnings go away. Which it seems to have done. So that is fixed. And we have a lot of people in the zoo right now. These guys are gold quality, like gold star quality. Oh, and we just ticked over into another year, and we actually ended last year with a profit. So that's great news. We are functioning. Not ready to pay off that loan, but we are functioning. Let's take this up to 5,000 a year and see how that goes. Because I think we're pretty good right now. Exhibits, one of these got sent to us because she reproduced and she's the oldest in the group, so we're gonna sell her. We did get that message here that the beetle had offspring. And then in order to get that $1,000, we need to adopt one more habitat species. So I'm gonna send a path. Let's see, we have rock path right now. Let's make it pretty wide for people. Kind of sending it in this direction. And I'm gonna build a little habitat that's just gonna be right back here. I think because I would like yeah, I would like them to be able to access the habitat from this side. Okay. The bottom of the list. Is there anything in here that I want? There's nobody in the chat right now to tell me what to put in there, so it's up to me. I do love these guys. Hold on, I've got a text. Everybody hold on. Ooh, here we go. That's good. Okay, things are going pretty good, I think. Okay, good. I'm glad we solved our problems, our financial woes, it seems. I'm wondering if maybe some gators could be a fun exhibit. That would add the concept of water quality to our problems. Tortoises maybe would be easier, but tortoises are so easily stressed out. So easily stressed out. I think maybe we'll save that for later. Sand cat. Oh, a Highland cow. Sloth bear. Kind of want something that can be left by itself, you know, not necessarily that needs to be in a group. I think the moose might be a good option for that. I do love a good moose. That's like the primarity of my focus at work all the time is the moose. All right, roughly 800 meters, 20 meters of water. If we were to have 2 adults, maximum of 1 male, 3 females. So that would be 4 adults maximum, and that would be 3 juveniles maximum at any time. Let's shoot for 1,500 meters and 50 meters of water. Okay. Let's just see what we can get done here. Let's see. I think we need to hire some additional staff real quick. We can handle that. We need a mechanic. And we need some security. Water treatment failed. Call the mechanic. And then I think that it would be a good idea to buy maybe another little like vendor stall real quick. There we go. Just a little pond. So their fence has to be at least a grade 3 and it has to be at least 4 feet tall. And this is, I'm sure it is not that, is what it is. It is a grade 3. It's currently 9 meters. That's not true. Well, we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens, and if we need to raise it, we will raise it. I'm sure we need to raise it. I'm almost certain. But you know what I'm going to do? Boop. 10 meters. I think maybe 10. It's not even 10 feet. It might It's like 7 feet. I don't know. Hey, you know, I don't know. Oopsie daisy. Alright, let's figure out how big this is, because I'm sure it needs to be bigger. Only 400 meters. Yeah. But the water area appears to be pretty adequate. Alright, we had another Titan beetle breeding event. Let's go ahead and sell these guys. It's a little bit of cash in our pocket. Looking good, looking good. Cash flow is 8,000 right now, so that's good. We just need to be careful with our construction budget then. Okay, now we're looking a little better, a little bigger. I don't know why that changes the shape of it. There, okay, you know, like that's okay. And then we'll put something here. Maybe something like this. Except for we can't. That sure is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. Increase conservation rating, earn a yearly profit off of food, and adopt another habitat species. We're close. Keeper has a high workload. I bet she does. I bet she does. Tell me about it, sister. I mean, brother. Sorry. Inspector. Okay. Let's throw a moose in here and just see what happens. Which is my philosophy in life, you know? Oh, and we have a little baby one, so let's send him... Oh, we have multiple babies? Oh my god, okay. And then we'll send in her and her. Some older moms, maybe. Some grandmas and their grandkids or something. And then once those babies grow up, maybe we'll throw in some an adult male. Okay, and then quick pause, because we want to make sure this habitat is suitable for her. She's okay with it. She would love some shelter, and of course she needs like everything else that comes with a habitat. So let's get rid of African leopard here, and let's put in moose. Moose. And let's choose just a simple little barn. These ones are my personal favorite. And then we're going to turn the entrance of it away from the people. Because animals like privacy. We'll put a couple beds in there. Right, and we'll get a big feed bowl. Put it right there. And we'll get a water bowl and put it here. Because even though they have this water source, okay, yeah, so we do have our water treated by a water treatment source, so that is good. Let's check. Okay, so she can definitely leave. The reason I mostly wanted these fences short was I wanted guests to be able to see her. Okay, can still jump. Can still jump. Can still jump. Can still jump. Really? 12 meters? Are you sure? Sir, I do not believe you. See, I don't think that's true. Okay, so now we've updated it. I think maybe the game needs to be active. So let's bring that back around. Let's bring it back down. To 9 meters. Okay, we can jump 9 meters. 9.8 meters. We cannot jump. Okay. Pausing again. This is too tall for a guest to be able to see over it. So we're going to edit this once again. Oops. And we are going to change this to this. That's a grade 4. So it'll still hold them, theoretically, but people can see through it. Okay. These guys eat a lot, so we're gonna put in quite a few little feeding locations. Not only like for people to see the moose eating, which is really important for guests to have a good time, but we also want the moose to be busy. So a little scratching situation. And then we want a couple of toys, and we want some of them to be like kind of close to where guests can see them. And I think that's a good start. We'll see how that goes. So there's our 2 adult females. This girl has children. Sounds like maybe one of ours belongs to her. That's perfect. Guests think our tickets are underpriced. That's perfect. Let's bump it up to $5 per kid, $7 per adult. Okay, and then we will open this exhibit while we're at it. Let's find a habitat animal. No, an exhibit animal. We want one from North America or Europe, because I think that's where like most moose are. And let's get... Okay, we can't do butterflies. Sorry, we can't do butterflies. Temperate? Maybe the American bullfrog or the Herman's tortoise. Let's look for those. Okay, there's a gold tortoise. Let's just find him a suitable girl. And we'll send them to this habitat. Woohoo! Okay. Let's get them the things they need. Temperature up, humidity down. And then there we go. There they are. Let's see. What do they want? Oh, up to 16 is so many. Let's do 3 males, 3 females, and we will send, yeah, we'll stay with age. The highest ages can go to the storeroom. Gosh, moose calves are so cute. Okay, I think our zookeeper is definitely overworked right now. We're gonna need another one. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Why? Hi, what's wrong with her? She's stressed out? Oh, not enough space, but is she stressed out? Temperature. Oh, well, why didn't you tell me? Looks like our leopard is gonna have cubs. I missed that. Okay. Temperature. Animal's too hot. That's fine. She should have told me. We're gonna put a cooler here, and here, and right there. How is that? Better? Give it a few minutes to work. It takes a few minutes sometimes. There we go. There we go. We're happy now. Give them a minute. They'll settle down. This might not have power. Oh, it seems like it does. I don't know if these Vista points even really work, but I'm gonna put one there. Why not? Okay, and then we gotta put some garbage cans out, otherwise things are gonna get ugly. think some of these trees may have taken over a little bit of walkable space. Once these calves grow up, they'll have a little more space because we'll get rid of a couple of them. We'll send them away. We do have a lot more swimming space than needed, so we could optionally get rid of this water. Sorry, everybody. Sorry again. All right, let's go see what kind of cubs we've got here. Are they going to be black? Are they going to be red? It looks like they are normal. Normal cubs. So cute. 3 cubs. Okay, I think normal spots on these cubs. You see how she's got like pale, like rosy dots? I think we're going to take Dad out though while these cubs grow up a little bit. Cash flow seems good. I'm going to pay that off, which leaves us pretty low, but I think we'll recover from it really quickly. We have a lot going on here. And so now we're about halfway through year 5. And a lot of the guests think our tickets are underpriced, so we could bump up the price one more time while we're here. And now we don't have any of that debt, and income is still kind of like flooding in, so I think we'll be pretty good. And we're going to have those cubs in a year or so to sell. So I think we're in a nice, like, stable position where we don't have to, like, rush to get cash anymore. Nice. Like, we're not in a hurry to get cash, which is great. So now when we build exhibits, we can build them more for aesthetic and less for just can it contain the animal and keep the animals happy. We can now also make it pretty and focus on stuff like that. Because we're already up to 8,000 and we just cashed in all of that, all those awards. I think what I would like to do then is I'd like to hire a vet. Very important. And let's see, keepers are still overworked. Maintenance is overworked. Everybody's overworked. As you would be. I would like to get these guys researched so that we can at least get these guys happy enough that we might be able to breed them. And then let's speed things up a little. The music plays when it speeds up a little. I'll turn the music up here so you can hear it better. I'll turn the light off. I really like to just hang out in the zoo and just go around and look at the animals like doing their behaviors. Look at the size difference between these two when they're walking through. Like, they're both named Danielle. Danielle and Danelle, whatever. Well, if you're gonna do it, kid. I really don't know how the game decides when to let them grow up. There we go. You really have to wait for them to physically grow up. Otherwise, it just doesn't seem to work. So, Sophia just grew up. We're going to put her in the trade center. And let's see. We're going to look up just the moose. There she is. Okay. She was born at a different zoo, but she was born with my animals. We could sell her for $1,000 cash, but it looks like our cash flow is really good, so I think we'll just release her into the wild. Good for her. It seems like this young gentleman is unrelated to these two females, so once he grows up, theoretically he can stay. It looks like we're still kind of just shy of our walking space. And there really isn't anywhere else for us to go other than put the fences out. that helped. Got us right over the end there. Looks pretty good. Okay, the line at that food and drink stand is pretty long. So I'm gonna build us another food and drink stand here. Maybe this one. All right. Well, I think that's a pretty good place to stop for right now. Been going on for about an hour on the stream, and it's past lunchtime, honestly. I gotta go get me some snacks, some lunch. But thanks for everybody who's watching the recording of this. Join us next time. I kind of just stream whenever I have time and when I feel like I have the energy for it. I know that I don't like talk the whole time, but I have fun, so I hope you guys have fun too. So thanks for watching. Bye.